You know that feeling, right? The car makes a weird noise you just know is going to be expensive. Rent is due in a week, and your boss starts talking about cutbacks? See, without a cash buffer, your brain just flips a switch. Bam, you are in survival mode, and every single decision feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds.
If you know that feeling, that constant low-level hum of stress, you are definitely not alone. That's what it's like to live in reaction mode. It's this place where you're not really planning your life. You're just trying to survive it. Welcome to The Financial Exit. Here, we're all about figuring out the path from reacting to life to actually directing it. And this slide, this is it. This is the whole game. On the left, you've got the reactive life, just constant firefighting. But on the right, that's where we want to get to. Making choices from a place of strength because we have a plan.
I love this quote because it just gets right to the heart of it. That first $10,000, it's so much more than just a number in an account. It's a line you draw in the sand. It is the moment, the exact moment you stop feeling like a victim of your finances and you start to realize, wait a minute, I have options. I have time. You have control.
So what is it that 10 grand really buys you? Well, it's probably not what you're thinking. It's not about the stuff you can get. It buys these tangible, totally life-changing advantages that go way, way beyond the balance in your bank account.
The very first thing it buys is one of the most powerful ideas in all of personal finance, your runway. Just think of it like a shock absorber for your life. It's the thing that lets you hit all of life's inevitable bumps and potholes without getting completely thrown off the road.
All right, let's make this real. Let's put some numbers on it. Let's say your total monthly expenses, rent, food, bills, the whole shebang, it all comes out to about $3,000. For a lot of us, that's a pretty realistic number, right?
Okay, so with a $10,000 buffer, you've just bought yourself over 3 months of freedom. Now stop and really think about what that means. That's 3 months to find a better job, not just any job. 3 months to handle a medical issue, or just to think clearly without the panic of next week's bills breathing down your neck. That is the real power here.
So if we boil it all down, you're buying 3 absolutely critical assets. First, you buy time, the breathing room to pause and think, not panic. Second, you buy negotiating power, that amazing ability to say no to a bad deal because you aren't desperate. And third, you buy back your own mental bandwidth. Seriously, when you erase that constant financial anxiety, the quality of every decision you make just skyrockets.
So, if that's what you're buying, how do you actually get there? Well, it's not about luck, and it's definitely not about having some kind of superhuman willpower. It is all about having a simple, repeatable system. Let's walk through this plan. It's called Safety, Then Growth.
Okay, listen up, because the order here is absolutely crucial. You cannot skip steps. Step 1, get a quick $1,000 buffer together. That's to stop the immediate bleeding. Step 2, attack any of that high-interest debt that is just eating you alive. Step 3, push, and push hard for the full $10,000 in cash. And only then, only after you hit that safety net, do you move to Step 4 and unleash all your extra firepower on long-term growth.
And where do you keep this safety money? It lives in a high-yield savings account, or an HYSA. You can just think of it as a supercharged savings account. It's just as safe, just as easy to get to, but it actually pays you a decent amount of interest for keeping your money there.
Now, what about that growth part of the plan? Well, for most people, the absolute simplest and most effective way to get started is with a low-cost index fund. It's basically like buying a tiny, tiny slice of the entire stock market. It lets your money grow over the long haul without you having to become some kind of stock-picking genius.
All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Imagine you've done this. You have the system in place. Your day-to-day reality starts to change in some really practical and, honestly, really powerful ways.
What's really incredible is how this system transforms what used to be a full-blown crisis into just an inconvenience. I mean, look at this, a $2,000 car repair. Without a buffer, that is a nightmare. It goes on the credit card, you're paying insane interest, the stress is just through the roof. But with the buffer, it's just an invoice. You pay it, you make a plan to build the fund back up, and you move on with your life. No drama, no panic. And as this happens over and over, something really profound starts to shift inside you. It changes your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who just reacts to whatever life decides to throw your way. You start to see yourself as a builder. You're not just putting out fires anymore. You are actively, brick by brick, constructing your own financial future.
Look, getting to that $10,000 mark is a huge, huge milestone. But the journey does not stop there. The next challenge is making sure you maintain that control and keep growing.
because there are some really common traps that can pull you right back to where you started.
Yeah, there are 3 big ones you got to watch out for. First is complacency. That's that little voice in your head that goes, hey, you're safe now, you can loosen up a bit. Then there's excess caution. This fear that keeps way too much of your money hiding in cash instead of putting it to work for you. And finally, there's poor deployment, using that hard-earned emergency fund for a vacation or even worse, a risky hot tip from a buddy.
So what's the fix? The fix for all of these is to take the decision-making out of your own hands and just build a system. It's simple. First, you define your rules, what counts as a real emergency. Second, you cap your cash. Maybe it's 3 months of expenses, maybe it's 6. And third, you automate everything else to flow directly into your growth investments. You systemize it so you don't have to rely on willpower, because trust me, sooner or later, willpower always fails.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most crucial point to take away from all this. Hitting that first $10,000, that is a massive psychological victory. It will change your mindset forever. But it's the system you build around it. The automation, the rules, the consistency, that is what ultimately changes your long-term outcomes and builds real, lasting wealth.
So my question to you is, what is your next move on your own financial exit? Is it setting up that very first automated transfer? Is it finally deciding to take a stand against that one nagging credit card? Or maybe it's just sitting down tonight and figuring out your runway number. The most important step you can take is always the next one. If this explainer helped you see the path a little more clearly, do me a favor and hit that like button so other people can find their way. And of course, subscribe for more simple, actionable plans to build your own financial exit. I'd really love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know, what's your runway goal and what's your very next move? We all learn faster when we share.